Welcome, everyone. Are you wondering why it's not working? Are you taking tons of action, but it's just not selling? You've seen other people be successful. You've been maybe in programs, you've been in maybe some different courses, you've done some other things in this online space, and other people are crushing it. They're crushing it. They're following the course, they're doing the thing, and they're getting great results. However, that's just not happening for you. Why is that? Now, I'm going to assume that you're actually doing the work because clearly, if you're not doing the work, it doesn't matter anyway, right? Like you need to do the work to make this work. But if you are doing the work, if you are doing the strategy correctly and other people are crushing it, they're doing great, right? Why is it not working for you? That's what we're going to dive into today. So you will have that question answered. You will understand exactly what the problem is, and you will have a path to correct this and be one of those success stories. Be someone who can actually just do the strategy and it works. The reality is, there isn't like one strategy. Like there's not a specific strategy you have to use to build your business. There's a lot of strategies, and a lot of strategies can work. But there's one core theme that if you have this wrong, doesn't matter the strategy that you're using, it's not going to work. So as you jump on, say hello. We've got folks coming from YouTube, from LinkedIn, from a few different places on Facebook today. Say howdy. Let me know you're here with us today. And if you've ever been in that situation, drop a 1. If you've been in the situation where you're following the same strategy, you're doing essentially the same thing as other people, and those other people seem to keep getting those results. They're getting the sales, they're generating the leads, they're getting the clients, the revenue, but it's just not coming together for you. Drop a 1 for me here. Kimberly, good to see you. Oh, Kimberly would like our little freebie giveaway today. So yes, Kimberly and Phyllis, we'll get that over to you. We have a Trello board that I put together myself, which is phenomenal. And we'll show you how to get to high ticket paying clients in just 7 days. So if you want that, type in Trello and Matt will follow up and get you that probably in the morning. I think he might be clocked out for the day, but we'll get that over you to that today and tomorrow. And if at any time tonight you get frustrated with where you are, you understand that you need help, that you are really tired of trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and trying to make this fit and stick and trying to get this, pushing this boulder uphill, and you don't even know if you're going the right direction. If you're sick and tired of doing that, then comment info. We'll chat. We'll just see where everything is, see how we can help you out with this, and be able to get things moving forward for you. So let's dive in. Let's kind of back this train up. If what you're doing isn't working, right? If what you're doing isn't working, we need to understand purchasing decisions, and we need to understand what people are looking for. When someone is looking for a solution, they have a very specific situation going on in their lives, in their relationships, businesses, families, careers, whatever realm or area that you work in. Your target audience, your potential customer, your prospect has a situation going on, a very, very specific situation that is troubling them, that they're looking to overcome. And the person who specifically speaks to that situation is the person that they want to follow. That's the person who they want to opt in for their lead magnet. That's the person who they want to purchase from, who they want to receive coaching from, whose course they want to go through. Because someone who has a very specific problem is looking for a very specific solution. And if you are not presenting yourself as having the specific solution for a specific problem, you are rowing up extreme and it's going to be very, very difficult. And the biggest, I've seen people in every single niche and industry struggle with this niche, whatever. Um, I've seen everyone struggle with it. However, some of the areas where people struggle with it the most are in the realm of personal development and also in the realm of, personal development. So like life coaching, personal development, mindset kind of stuff. That is one of the biggest areas that we see this struggle in particular. Why? Because what you're doing is really broad. What you're doing can help everyone in every factor of their lives. Well, that's wonderful. However, Joe is sitting up at night because he thinks his job, his career path is stunted. He thinks it's unstable. He doesn't know if he's got security to provide for his family long term, while Sally is just got divorced, is trying to redefine who she is, create a plan for her next phase of life, and has no idea because her rug was taken out from under her. That's why she's staying up. Well, Sally's looking for a very different person and a very different message than Joe. Could the same person theoretically help them both? Absolutely. But if they hear the message, that's a general, generic, change your mindset, whatever, then, they'll maybe like the post. They'll maybe comment. They'll maybe follow you. But are they going to hire you? No. Because they're seeking a specific solution. There's a problem that is keeping them up at night, and you have to provide the specific solution to that problem. And failure to do so will mean that people will not purchase. This is what Todd and I are talking about when we speak about your marketing message. Your marketing message, thank you, Kimberly. Your marketing message is the core theme and message going across everything. Your marketing message is the foundation for all that you do, okay? For all of the systems that you set up, the funnels, the traffic, everything starts first with that messaging. It has to be on point. This is like when you're building a house, this is laying the foundation, making sure that it's square, that it's plumb, all this kind of stuff, so that you can have a solid house. If you don't lay a foundation and you just start like throwing some timbers together and think you're making a house, you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money. That's what's happening when people don't first figure out their marketing message. So how do we do this? And this is something that honestly, a lot of people will say or think, I got this, it's fine. I figured this out. However, probably 85% of the people that join our program that we are there's coaches, course creators, experts who are looking to launch or scale their programs, their offers, make more money, build, right? 85 to 90% of them, we have to help them fix and correct this, refine it, because it has to be very on point to be effective. So the basics of this, right, is understanding who specifically you help. So if you're in mindset, do you help someone post divorce, where now their whole lives are upended and they have to figure out what it's going to look like for the rest of their lives when they thought they had a plan in place? Right? That's, helping someone post divorce. That's a specific target audience. I don't need to know women 30, it's a woman named Darlene who's 35 years old, who this. I don't care about that. I want to know the psychographics way more than I want to know the demographics. Because you as a coach, you as a marketer you have to join in on the conversation that's already going on inside their head. So you need to understand what is going on inside their head. That's where the psychographics are coming from. So who specifically do you help? Number one, who do you help? Number two, what is the result? What is the transformation that you help them to achieve? What is the transformation? Not learning, that's not a transformation. Knowledge is not something people will pay for in today's day and age, um, in the way that you're thinking, right? Not with high ticket programs, not with anything that you can afford to drive traffic to. People have YouTube, we have Google, we've got information up the wazoo. If I want to learn how to do a ketogenic diet, or if I want to learn how to lose weight, I can just Google that stuff. That's knowledge. I'm not going to pay you for knowledge. I'm going to pay you to help me drop 20 pounds because I know I got a lot of knowledge here, but guess where I'm failing? It's in the implementation of it. It's in actually transforming into the person who's 20 pounds lighter. So you need to understand, what is that transformation you're providing people? Who do you help? What problem do you solve? What's that transformation look like? And then you also need to really understand some of these other nuances that some people, oftentimes people don't get into this, but what are the specific pain points of why they want this transformation? So if it's like, I want to lose weight, well, is that because um I just had a baby and now I need to get my, lose the baby fat, and summer's coming and I need to be able to fit into a swimsuit so I can play with my kids at the beach, right? Is it because I need to lose weight because, hey, my doctor says that if I don't lose 20 pounds, I'm going to need a knee replacement, or if I don't lose 50 pounds, my knees are going to, I'm going to need a knee replacement in the next 6 months. That's a very different scenario. What at your target audience, what are those psychographics? True knowledge, easily available. Absolutely, Jane, 100%. So what are those pains that are causing them to seek the transformation? Why do they need that? You need to fully understand this as a business owner, as a salesperson, as a marketer, because you need to speak to that. If you don't know what the pains are for your target audience, you need to have some conversations, and not just pitching people, but true market research conversations to see what those pains are. I will tell you, I'm not a copywriter in the sense that I have a husband who is a copywriter and he handles that. If I had to, I could put some stuff together. It'd be pretty good, but he's really good. So I just let him do that. Right. The best copy that gets the biggest results for us in our business comes from a collaboration from both of us. Why? Because I talk to people. I run our sales team. I do podcasts every single day with our target audience. I do sales calls every single day with people. I hear their pain. I hear what their goals are. What are those, why those goals are really important to them? What are the pains, the challenges, the things that are holding them back? What's the language they're even using when they're describing these things? So I know if someone isn't reaching enough people, that's a traffic problem. That's traffic. Okay. But if you're my target audience and you've never used that word before, and you just, I just need to reach more people with my message. I need people to know that I exist. Okay. My more advanced marketing brain is like, okay, great. She needs traffic. But if she saw an ad about, hey, get traffic, that's not going to hit for her. Instead, if it's like, are you an amazing coach? You can help people. You've got an amazing gift to spread to the world, but you just need people to know you exist. I can help you with that. Now that message resonates because it's entering into their conversation they're already having. I'm not trying to, switch her language or do it. I'm just using her language. I'm using the language of my target audience. So what are the pains? What are the goals? What are the reasons behind all of these things? What are the things they've tried on their own, or the traditional ways to fix these things? This is also really important. What have they done before? Because you need to understand the pains and the problems and the challenges with all of the other solutions that they may or may not have tried yet. All of these things wrap up to create this amazing message. So that when you speak to your target audience, that target audience, their ears perk up. Hey, she knows me. That Leah, I do need to reach more people. I'm an amazing coach. People just don't know I exist. If I could just reach them, I could change some lives. That's what it's all about for me. That's someone who's going to click the button. That's someone who's going to fill out the form. That's someone who's going to show up on a sales call because we spoke their language. We've got some call prep information. Whenever someone is interested in working with us or wants to learn more about us, we give them some more information ahead of time. So I don't sell on sales calls. People who show up on a sales call are kind of pre-sold, generally speaking, and we just make sure we've got a really good solution. It's a good fit, that sort of thing. So this prep material does the selling for us. Guess what it all is? It's all wrapped up. It's all marketing message, the whole thing. Like everything that I just talked to you about is in this material that people go through before they ever talk to me. So by the time they talk to me, they're like, oh, that information hit home. Man, it was like I was looking in a mirror. Like that was me 100%. That tells you your messaging's on point, that you're resonating with the right people. So if you're not resonating, whatever strategy you're doing, TikToks, Reels on Instagram, networking, podcast guesting, Facebook ads, none of those things will work at all if your messaging stinks. Period. If you have clients, but they are all warm market or word of mouth, your messaging probably still stinks. Because you don't have to have good messaging to sell warm market referral stuff. Because you're selling through relationship. The relationship does the selling. You don't have to have a good message. So please let go of that. Open yourself up to receive this feedback, if you will, that just because you can sell really well to people who are referred to you, just because you can sell to warm market, that does not mean you've got your messaging dialed in at all. Because relationships do the selling in those cases and not your messaging. So if other people are doing the same kind of posts, they're doing the same kind of strategies, they're doing the same things that you're trying and it's not working, it's because your marketing message is off. It's not resonating. If you're generating leads that are broke, that are super low quality leads, what would I look at right away? I would look at the messaging of the ad. Who am I speaking to? Who does that message really resonate? Really broke people? Or people who are really my target audience who can afford my services? Your messaging is the foundation for every single thing you do when it comes to marketing and sales. It has to be sharp. It has to be on point. It has to truly resonate with your target audience in order to move them across to the next step and then eventually to the finish line. I'm so glad that I can make it. And hey, Kathleen Ellis, good to see you. Oh, good to see you. Thank you so much. Yes. And if you want to chat at all, there's a YouTube, there's a link you can just book right away. Otherwise, on all the other platforms, you can just comment, type in info, and we'll set up a time to talk and just see how we can help you out with this. Okay. So dialing in your messaging is critical. Working with someone who has a lot of experience with this is going to be important. Anyone working in the kind of the soft skills or the softer realm, like personal development, where it's harder to talk about tangible results. This is so like challenging and necessary for you to figure out. And you need to work with someone who can help you flesh this out. It's important because you will forever struggle if you don't get this dialed in. Your ads won't work. Your posts won't resonate. Your TikToks won't go viral, like all the stuff. It's just not going to work. So you have to take the time to dial in this messaging. I know we've got some folks who'll probably be watching on the replay or catching this live tonight who we have helped them transform their messaging, and just little shifts make a ridiculous difference. And I understand. I do. If you're like, well, I can't narrow this down. I really can help everyone, or I don't want to leave anyone out. I truly understand where your heart is. I have a heart of service as well. I am a Christian. I am here to help and serve people. That is my purpose. I should be the hands and feet of Christ. Like, that's my life. Right? So I get that. However, if you are speaking to everybody, you are speaking to nobody, and you are not going to be able to serve anybody. So what you do is you get really, really specific. Yes, you will still attract some people outside of your target audience. We do all the time. And that's totally cool. We will still attract some stragglers outside of our target audience. And that's okay, because we can still help them. But our messaging, our marketing, everything we're pushing out there, your push marketing, it needs to be super, super dialed in and sharp on that marketing message. Whereas if you're taking referrals from people, or you're networking with people, you're doing, you're physically having conversations with people, you're building relationships, take whoever you can help. So like someone who's like a hypnotherapist, right? Something like that. Like, well, I can help everyone. Awesome. Do that in your physical practice in your local area. When people refer you, like, do all of that stuff. But in your online marketing, narrow that sucker in. Like, really, really specific. When people find you and connect with you outside of that, awesome. Take them, help them, transform their lives. But in your push marketing, you have to be more specific than that. And I know that's way easier said than done, but you must do this to be successful. Point blank. And I mean, I'm a little more straightforward. I'm not ever going to tell someone like, it's this strategy is going to 100% fix everything, right? A lot of different strategies could work in your business potentially, but none of them will work if you don't first figure this out. So pour some time into this. Get this dialed in, really understand. And if you don't know the answers to these questions that I posed, you need to have conversations with prospects. You need to have conversations with your target audience, and just do some real market research where you're not going to pitch them. And you're like, I truly want to understand how I can help and serve people like you. I have nothing to sell you, but I really just want to understand your situation a bit further, right? Offer those kind of conversations. Ask if you can connect with those people, because that's what you need to do to really understand this stuff. And that's also a benefit of building a Facebook group and having a community of people who can help you. So if you're building a target audience, you know who you want to help, but you don't know all of those details yet. Well, that's a really great benefit of building a Facebook group, where now you've got this community and you've got people you can talk to and ask these kind of questions with. Even just doing, different polls and things in your group will help give you insights. So there's a big benefit in the market research aspect of having a Facebook group. Okay. So I would love if anyone wants to share their marketing message, or like the core of it, here with us today, or on the replay. I will definitely be paying attention. I will watch for that and give you some feedback or tips. Okay. If you know you've been struggling, if you know your marketing isn't hitting, if you know that you've been doing a lot of strategies and it's just not simply working, then type in info, let's chat. We'll see how we can help you out with this. You're not in this alone. Don't waste time and money, right? In throwing spaghetti. Okay. So, and if you haven't grabbed our Trello board yet, make sure you comment Trello in the comments, and we'll get you access to our amazing Trello board, 7 days to high ticket clients. All right. I'll be back next Monday. If you have any specific requests, I want you to type in request : and then whatever the topic is, and we can put that up at the top of the list for next week. All right. Have a blessed night. I'll see y'all next Monday evening. If this was helpful, make sure drop a bunch of comments, love, 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 and hearts so that some folks can see this. All right. Have a good night. Bye bye.